Skeletal and Muscular Systems by Kalila and Cherioni Smoot. Let's begin with the skeletal system. There are multiple functions of the skeletal system. It provides support for the entire body. Skeletal muscles are attached to bones, therefore they move along when the muscles contract. The skeleton provides protection to internal organs. The red bone marrow is located inside some larger bones. This is where blood cells are produced called hematopoiesis. Bone tissues store several minerals. When needed, bone releases minerals into the blood, facilitating the balance of minerals in the body. Bone cells produce osteocalcin, which regulates insulin production and insulin sensitivity in the body. Here is a diagram of the skeletal system. Bones provide the structural framework for tendons to attach to and provide support for soft tissue. Long bones are levers for support and locomotion. Short bones are for strength and compactness. Flat bones serves as a protective function and have broad surfaces for muscle attachment. Ligaments control or restrict excessive movement and link bones together. Tendons are the tapered ends of the muscle that attach to the bone. A joint that permits no movement is known as a synarthrosis. Amphiarthrosis allows a slight amount of movement at the joint. Freely movable joints are called diarthrosis joints. They have the highest range of motion. Elbow, knee, shoulder, wrist. Fibrous joints are made of tough collagen fibers. Cartilaginous joints are made of cartilage that binds bones together. The synovial joint, a fluid-filled space between smooth cartilage pads at the end of articulating bones. Hinge joints are located in the ankle, elbow and knee. They are formed between two or more bones where the bones can only move along one axis to flex or extend. Pivots, a section of a cylinder of one bone fits into a corresponding cavity on the other, permitting rotational movement. Ball and socket, a partially spherical and lies in a socket, allowing multidirectional movement and rotation. Saddle is where one of the bones forming the joint is shaped like a saddle with the other bone resting on it like a rider on a horse. The skeletal system works together with the circulatory, nervous, and the digestive system. The calcified bones of the skeleton also work with the circulatory system because of the blood produced in the bone marrow. Bones provide calcium that is essential for the proper functioning of the nervous system. The skeletal is related to the digestive system because teeth are a part of the skeletal system, and food that is processed in the digestive system first needs to be chewed up by teeth. A bird has fewer bones than mammals. This comes in handy when a bird wants to take to the air. Extremely lightweight, but strong enough to withstand the stresses that a bird experiences when taking off, flying, and landing. Osteoporosis is the loss of bone tissue. The bone loses calcium, becomes thinner, and may disappear completely. Scoliosis is the side-to-side curve in the back or spine. Bone cancer is malignancy arising in the bones and supporting structures such as cartilage. Bursitis is caused by an inflammation of the small fluid-filled bags that act as lubricating surfaces for muscles to move over bones. This commonly affects shoulders and hip joints. Each foot contains 26 bones and each hand has 27 bones. As an infant develops, the bones fuse together, creating a total of 206 by the time we reach adulthood. The skeletons of adult males and females have some variation, primarily to accommodate childbirth. Now, we are moving on to the muscular system. Yay! Muscles are the only tissue in the body that has the ability to contract and therefore move the other parts of the body. There are three muscles types: the skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscle. Skeletal muscles are attached to bones by tendons, and they produce all the movements of body parts in relation to each other. Unlike smooth muscle and cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle is under voluntary control. The smooth muscles or the visceral muscle is located at blood vessel walls, stomach like the diagram above, small and large intestines, and the bladder. It is an involuntary muscle, therefore it cannot be controlled by the conscious mind. The cardiac muscle is located in the heart. The heart uses this muscle to propel blood to the blood vessels which feeds the circulatory system. Here is a diagram of the muscular system. Muscles contract and relax. A muscle pair is the relationship between a relaxed and a contracted muscle. Antagonistic pairs of muscles create movement when one, the prime mover, contracts and the other, the antagonist, relaxes. Ligaments are composed of connective tissue containing collagen and elastic fibers. Ligaments may be narrow, thick, thin or triangular in shape and form. A tendon is tough, but flexible, band of fibrous connective tissue. One end of the tendon connects to muscle. The other end the tendon connects to bone. The muscular system works with many systems including the nervous system, circulatory system, and the skeletal system. Receptors in muscles provide the brain with information about body position and movement. The brain controls the contraction of skeletal muscle. Your bones and muscles work together through a series of impulses and signals communicated between the brain and skeletal muscles. Active muscles demand huge amounts of oxygen, and the circulatory system works hard to provide it. Blood carries oxygen to the muscles. Smooth muscles are found within the internal organs such as the intestines, stomach, and bladder. The skeletal muscle is predominantly attached to portions of the skeleton. They are involved with such things as walking, eating, tail wagging and eye movement. Cardiac muscle fibers are found in the heart and are involuntary muscles. Dermatomyositis is a rare inflammatory disease. Common symptoms of dermatomyositis include a distinctive skin rash, muscle weakness, and inflamed muscles. Muscular dystrophy is a group of muscle diseases cause the damage of muscle fiber. Symptoms include weakness, immobility and imbalance. Cerebral palsy affects the posture, balance and motor functions. Pregnancy is associated with this disease because muscle tone is lost during pregnancy or during childbirth. Fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva is when soft tissue hardens and becomes bone-like permanently. Finally, myasthenia gravis is muscle weakness and fatigue which are caused by breakdown of the neuromuscular junction. Here are more fun facts. Muscles are the most dense thing in your body. Also, muscle weighs more than fat. These small muscles, including the tensor tympani and the stapedius, they are responsible for connecting to the eardrum and holding your ear together. Your tongue develops through eating, talking, pretty much anything involving your mouth.